ultimate. So this one, whoops, just click it. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, our opponent decides, yeah, that's probably enough. Hello there, my name's Craig and you're watching the next in my deck tech series. The channel's called the BigCraigO. Today we're going to be exploring one of the boogeymen in the format, something that probably has fallen a little bit out of favour, and that's the Tibalt decks. Specifically the one that we're playing today, when we go through and look at the cards, uses Tibalt's Trickery to counter one of your own spells and hopefully hit into a large target, specifically some Genesis. Alright, so without further ado, let's go and check out the actual cards. Okay, so here are the cards, and as you can see here, it's pretty scary up in the upper echelons because you're wanting those big payouts. Alright, so down low, what we've got here is, if you're not familiar with the deck, basically it uses a combination of Tibalt's Trickery, which costs 1 red, 1 other for an instant spell. It can counter a target spell, and you counter one of your own spells, and that allows you to go through your deck, flip cards from the top, and potentially hit a large and in-charge target. So the sort of cards that you counter are ones that cost 0 mana cost. So Tormod's Crypt, it's a 0 casting cost, been around for a long time. Traditionally, this is an artifact that you would put into play, and then you can sacrifice it, exiling your opponent or your own graveyard. So it's been seen a lot of play over the years for different types of deck. It really shuts down those decks that reanimate things from their graveyard. We also run three of that, and we also run 3 Stonecoil Serpents. Now this is an X casting cost, which means it can be paid for 0, 1, 2, 3, or all the way up to 1 billion mana. We cast this for 0. Whilst it's on the stack, we counter it. So that's how that works. A full 4-play set of the Tibalt's Trickery. It's a very important card. And getting Tibalt's Trickery and one of your 0 casting costs in an opening hand, plus a red and other mana, that's the combination of cards you need. If you don't get that, you're really hoping and praying that you draw into it. We've got Valky. This is primarily in here to play Tibalt. If you flip it as one of the cards on the back of Tibalt's, you can actually choose to put Tibalt's Cosmic Imposter into play, which is pretty epic. Grim Tutor, this allows us to go and pick up one of the pieces of a combination that we're missing, whether it's a 0 casting cost spell, or whether it is the actual Tibalt's Trickery itself. At the cost of 3 life, you can go and grab it and put it into your hand. Run a single Elska, God of the Tree. That's not primarily how we want to play it. What we want to play is the Prismatic Bridge. This allows us to flip cards in each of our upkeeps until you reveal a creature or planeswalker card, and you can put that into play on the battlefield. Pretty cool. Runs a single Professor Onyx, single Voronclex, single Garruk, single Kiora, excuse me, 2 of Mr. Lorehold Dragon Man, the Elder Dragon, very cool card. Also allows you to grab stuff and play it out of your, as it says here, whenever Velmanculus, I don't know how to say it, Lorehold attacks, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to his power from among them without paying its mana cost. Pretty damn good. Korma, so the Cosmos Serpent, very powerful. Pretty much once this sticks on the battlefield with one of the coils, you're in big trouble. big trouble. Runs full 4 Genesis ultimatums, 3 of the emergent ultimatums, and 3 Ugins. So as you can see there, you get one of these in your opening hand, get one of these in your opening hand. You want a red mana source and another land of some description, and then you combo off and hopefully hit one of the large payoff spells that are in your upper echelon. I don't know if I've done a particularly good job of explaining it to everyone, but you'll see in the gameplay, hopefully the combination in play. So, all right, without further ado, let's go and check out the mana curve. Okay, so this is a little different to what I normally play. So the average casting cost for cards in this deck is 4.6, which is pretty high. But you're not really going to be casting them. What you're going to be doing is cheating them to play. So that's why it seems quite high. There's 12 creatures in this deck, 21 non-creature cards, and it runs 28 land because you need to get those land sources sorted out. As you can see, there's a massive spread. It's a 5-color deck, so that it's all over the place when it comes to what mana sources, but you really need a red mana and one other. That's all you need. Beyond that, I mean, this deck, what I say it was in the start of this particular clip, that it's the boogeyman. What I'm talking about there is people, when it works unbelievably well. And it's very, very hard to be able to come back from some of the power that it can deliver for your opponent. That being said, it's not consistent, and that's why it's not banned. So across the board, you're going to find sometimes you're going to have a run of really, really strong wins, and then I'm guessing that you're probably going to find that you're also going to get a run of not getting the combo pieces and pretty much being left in a position of like, what do I do? I've only got a couple of cards in hand and I've got to try and draw the piece I'm missing. So, all right, let's go and actually play some games and see how it goes. Yeah, that's all I can say at this point in time. Hopefully I can win and show you how it works. Okay, so those of you that are familiar will know that I always play the first game against Sparky. So having a look at this hand, we don't have any of the pieces we need for the combination, so I'm going to send it back. Same again. All right, so we've got one of the 2 pieces we need. None again. Whoa. One of the pieces. Try one more time. Okay, we're going to keep this one, even though we didn't get what we needed. Say hello.
It's always nice to have someone else to play with.
Sure. There we go. So now we need to draw another land and an artifact, or a 0 costing thing. There's another land. All right. So we got the red and we got the other colour to cast this. We just need an artifact off the top, or a 0 costing thing anyway. And there it is. So what we do is we press Control. This gives us full control. Play this, pay it for 0, confirm, and then we counter our own spell using Trickery, auto pay. And let's see how we go. Not too shabby. Pretty good for a turn 2 play. Or turn 3 play. Next. Attack. We can play a Grim Tutor. More land at this stage. Okay, so we drop them down to 15 as well, and we'll scry another land there. That's fine. At this point in time, what we're trying to do is basically just bash and get their life total down as quickly as possible. Don't want that on the top. Bashing for another 5. There's nothing there. Down to 10. So it's unlikely that my opponent, being Sparky, is going to have what's required. They could have some removal. So let's see what happens. Okay, unfortunately we don't draw anything that's helpful for us at this stage. Nothing there. Bash in again. It's going to kill one of their creatures. Go down to 8. Play a green. And swinging for lethal. Alright. That was a slower game for this particular deck, but let's see how we go against some human opponents. This opening hand looks okay, except we don't have a Tibalt, so I'm going to have to flick it back. Oh, this one's even worse. Didn't get either piece. There we go. We've got both pieces here, so we'll keep this one. We're going to put the Genesis back, we'll put Professor back, and keep it. I'm thinking that we will go this way. Put that on the bottom because we've only got one of those. The deck. Pass turn. Say hello to Java, our opponent. Wish him some love. Okay. This is black. Full control. And our opponent decides, we know where this is headed. All right, let's go on to the next game. Well, this opening hand kind of is there, but it doesn't have a Tibalt, so we're gonna have to flick it back. 2 Tibalts, no 0 cost, so mulligan. There we go. Keep this one. Alright, so we're definitely gonna put Onyx back. Put this back. Let's put the Stone Claw back. Done. Hopefully they don't have any hand disruption because that will suck for us. Say hello to our opponent. Put a red mana out. Pass turn. See what they do. White. Ooh, okay. Play this out. Full command. Control, sorry. Counter our own spell. Yes, I'm sure. And our opponent scoops it up. Now, if you happen to be playing against this type of deck, I would suggest not scooping when you see the combo until they land something. Because I could quite easily swing and get a Grim Tutor. Then I'm up the creek. So something to be aware of with these particular decks. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. This hand looks pretty cool, but not the combo pieces we need, so we'll be mulliganing it. We've got one of the 2 pieces we need, so that's not going to cut it. One of the 2 pieces. None of the 2 pieces. One of the 2 pieces. We have to keep this. Pop these. That back, pop that back. Okay, so we just need to draw into a 0 casting cost thing. So whether it's a crypt or a serpent. Red source there. Probably go black here. Yeah. Up against our opponent Kaz, wish them a hello. Love. Black. Yeah. Pump spell. Down to 16 we go. And alright. Okay, so full control, remember that. Counter our spell. Auto pay. Resolve. My opponent's in shock. We're definitely playing the Genesis Ultimatum. Resolve it. And they see what we're going to get and they scoop it up. That's a completely fine scoop. From my perspective, I would say the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to combo my deck tech and one of my standard events together. Combined gameplay of the deck tech for Sparky in 3 games is around 5 minutes. So I thought I'd see how far we could push along with the standard event. So I've got the same deck that you have watched in the deck tech component, and I'm rolling it into this. So let's see how we go. See if we can actually get our gold back with 4 wins. The thing is with these sort of combo decks, they either work really well or they don't work at all. A lot of people will scoop prematurely because they think they've lost the game. I don't suggest that you should do that if you find yourself playing against these decks. And if you do decide to play them, shame on you. This one's got the combo in it, so we'll keep it. Say hello to our opponent. Wish them love. Make this out. Turn. DMAC. Play a red source, full control. Counter our spell. Resolve. Okay. Moving off the top. Turn 2 seems pretty good. 3 damage. I'm not sure what my opponent's thinking right now, like, how do I get out of this? Maybe they've got some, the ability to be able to destroy Ugin. They are targeting it a fair bit, so. Yeah, Ruin Crab, okay. Play a land, kill me for 3. Cool. Play this. Kill the crab. Just keep playing through. Next turn I can -7 if I want to, assuming this survives. Okay. -10 next turn. See how we go. Yeah. Put that in. Ugh. Yes. 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 I think that's all I want. make out like it's not very good, but it is. Attacking with old mate here. Full control again. Auto play that. Finish this ultimatum. Resolve. Only 2 land. There you go. Don't want another land. Something like that. End turn. Okay, so opponent decides at this point, Ugin, a dragon, and a billion land that we should probably go. All right, let's go on to the next game. Well, this is the second game in the standard event, and we don't have the pieces for the combo. We have we have 2 of the same piece, unfortunately, in this hand. Two different but the same function in the combo. Yeah, last one. What the hell? We'll go one more. Ah, mulligan. Keep one. All right. That was really unlucky. Go that way. Definitely not that. Say hello and wish them good luck, because they're going to need it. And this is the way this deck works. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's really not great. So, yeah. I don't think I'd normally play something like this much, that's for sure. Excuse me. Yeah, at least I'm refilling my hand, just not with anything I need. Alright, we've got our second land, that's good. Now we just need a 0 casting cost thing, something we can cast for 0. So already, this game is the equivalent of 2 of the matches that I played, just the pickup matches, by being at 2.5 minutes. Another land, go blue. Actually, I probably should have gone black, don't have to play the green shooter, huh? Come on, Craig, get it together. Sort of sense there's a counter spell, maybe. Okay. Yep. That could be a serious issue that I've made, serious misplay there. If I played black, then I could have played this, lost 3 life, got myself a 0 drop. Okay, there's an opening now. Alright, here we go. Play this. Unfortunately, I'm 1 mana short, so I have to wait till next turn. And my opponent could potentially have their counter magic up, so I'm guessing the 2 cards that they've got in Exile and Foretell, that they've foretold, are both counter spells. That would be at a guess, but we'll see what happens. Right. What the hell, eh? Nothing ventured. Tibalt looking as evil as possible in that picture. I'm really blown away. Sure. Sure. And sure. That spins me out that they let me do that. Okay.
Under my tutelage, even you can master death.
Okay.
You have impeccable study habits.
So, yeah. So they're going to kill Onyx, which is fine. Well, it's not really. I prefer they didn't, but it is what it is. So we've basically, with this particular game, we've topped out on what it took us to win 3 matches in the deck tech. So the combined total.
If anyone needs
Yeah.
me, don't.
If anyone needs me, don't. Sure thing. Okay. All right, so this will be 8, which will drop us to 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what this gets next turn. Okay. All right. Down to 10. 6. Right, okay, so they can activate that and they've got 10. Nicely done. I'm pretty sure they see it, but we'll see what they do. It's like what I was saying before. As I was saying before, don't scoot too early. You never know what your opponent's going to do. They're making triply sure that they've got it, possibly. Not sure exactly. I think they've played. Is that 3 that they've played? Yeah. Game. Well done. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, so we're at our 3rd game. We got 1 loss last game. This hand's a keep, so keep it. Wish our Mishi Kings some love. I'm going to play the Temple. Pop that down. Turn. Oh, look out. 3-3. Okay. 17. Nicely done. Don't play the tap land. Full control. Play this. Turn. Counter our own spell. Hopefully hit something tasty. It's pretty tasty. Resolve that. Kill this guy. Now, whether they do 3 damage to Ugin or 3 damage to me is largely irrelevant, because they're going to be doing that next turn anyway. Okay, they're doing it to me. 14. Next. I'm not sure, they could quite easily attack and cause some significant more damage to Ugin or myself, but you can't just sit back and hope in these scenarios. Back 2, nice. Play this. Genesis Ultimate on the bottom. Axe this. We'll see how we go this time. Get that on top. Ultimate. So this one, whoops, just click it. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, our opponent decides, yeah, that's probably enough. All right, there we go. Go on to the next one. Well, this opening hand looks fantastic, except it doesn't have the one thing that I need. So, I'm not going to be greedy. Flick it back. Same situation. Missing one of the combo pieces. Missing one of the combo pieces again. And again. Oh, missing all of the combo pieces now. Keep this one. That goes back. 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 Keep these two. Nice, we've got the red mana that we needed. That can go at the bottom there. Okay, so next turn we're going to be in a situation where even if we get the 0 casting cost, we won't be able to do what we need to do. So play this to be able to scry. Didn't get the piece we needed, so we'll put that on the bottom. Okay, so our opponent is going to cause some damage this turn by the look of it. Yeah. 5 damage, wow. Nice. Okay, unfortunately we don't get the piece we need again. 5, 6. Okay. Take 7 damage this turn. Down to 8. Oh dear, it's looking pretty sketchy. They got us. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Well, this hand looks okay. I mean, it doesn't have the combo piece in it, so we're going to have to ship it back. We basically are right on the bubble. We need 2 more wins to get our goal back, and the upside of the cards. We have 1 loss more we can get, so we have to play really, really well to keep ourselves in here. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. We'll keep here and hope to draw into a Tibalt. Keep the land. Put this back. Okay. Go red to start off with. Next. And turn. If we draw a Tibalt next, that will be a miracle. We need 2 wins to get our gold back. Nope, didn't get it. Go black. Next. Vinegar our opponent. We can say hello. Some love. Okay, so down to 19. Unfortunately, we still don't get the Tibalt's trickery. Okay, we'll take 4 damage here. Okay, so 6 damage coming in. and they'll be able to make a an angel, which will mean that we're at lethal, or they have lethal. Cups. They got us. Kablam. There we go. I thought I'd show what we actually got. So we got we had 2 wins, 3 losses in the end, which mean that we got 300 of our 500 gold back and 3 cards. So let's see what those cards were. Okay. Umera Mystic, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 other for a 1/3 Merfolk Wizard flying. Instant sorcery or wizard spell, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Dreamstalker Manticore, uncommon card. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, it deals 1 damage to any target. And finally, a Relic Amulet, 2 casting cost artifact. Whenever you cast instant sorcery or wizard spell, put a charge counter on Relic Amulet. Pay 2, tap, remove all charge counters from Relic Amulet. It deals that much damage to target creature. Okay, fair enough. So there you go. All right. Wow. Well, look, I'd love to say that this deck is the best combo in the world and yada yada yada, but it's not. It is a fringe deck. It's a deck that works sometimes and it doesn't work. And there's people that love this deck and they want to play it all the time, and that's great for them. Much the same as some people really like to play mill and some people really like to play aggro all the time. Combo decks generally do really oppressive things. Not always, but really, generally they do. And this particular deck's no exception to that. The combination of cards are hard to always get, as we saw in a lot of those games that I struggled with, and in the standard, what do you call it? That event. What's that event called? Standard event. There you go. It's written right in the name. Standard event. If you don't get the right pieces, you really struggle, which is why the result was as it was. I think all in all, I would give this deck a D+. So it's not quite C, a D+, because when it works really well. When it doesn't work, you're just left high and dry. And I think if someone can disrupt your combo by disrupting your hand or countering a piece of your spell, you're in big trouble. And there are cards that do that in the format. So if this was to become more popular again, people would put those cards into their deck and it would just wreck it. So as a fringe deck, I think it's fun. It definitely is a fun deck to play. As far as when it combos off, it's pretty, you go, wow, that's amazing. But all in all, I think the deck is, it's a novelty deck. As always, guys, I really appreciate all the support that I get. If you've got any particular decks that you're trying out or you'd like to know a little bit more about, feel free to comment below. Check out the link tree. In there, we've got our link to Grey Viking Games. If you're after any cosmetics for your arena account or any codes for boosters, you can click on the link below in the link tree. That'll take you through to their website. You can have a look around and see if there's anything you want to purchase. If you do purchase something using that link, we get a small kickback that helps the channel. If you are keen as a jelly bean to do that, great. If you can't, that's also good too. Just appreciate you watching the videos, giving it a like and a subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're interested in sort of hanging out and having a chat, you can do that through the Discord. If you'd like, the other option, of course, is that you can come and watch me stream live on Twitch. That's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is Greenwich Mean Time plus 10 hours. So depending on where you are in the world. Like I said before, if you're keen on the Discord, if you are a follower on the Twitch channel or a subscriber on the Twitch channel, it unlocks a bit more, a bit additional sort of access to different areas within the Discord for deck lists, etc. If you're interested in giving feedback, let me know. I'm happy to take on feedback as long as it's constructive and not just being nasty. But you know, I don't get a lot of that, and if I do, I don't really pay much attention to it, to be fair. Yeah, other than that, guys, we've also got a friendship with Spectrum Games, so if you're after physical magical cards, you can check them out. They're based out of Sydney, Australia. Their web store is www.spectrumgaming.com.au. Go and check out their wares. If there's anything in particular after they don't have listed, just send them a message. They might be able to source it for you. They're really good people. You can see below now the banners pop up. Spectrum Games are good people. They've always looked after me, and I'm slowly foiling out my mono green Tron deck. So yeah, we'll see how we go with that. One day I'll get it finished. Like I said, if you're keen, let me know. I've got a Facebook channel as well. I just basically post up there when I'm going live or anything that I see that's interesting, codes or otherwise. Yeah, other than that, guys, thanks for watching the Deck Tech. I really appreciate it. Have a good one, and I'll see you on the battlefield.